Master the manifestation process and literally manifest anything you want, even if that sounds like a very big promise. In today's video, we're going to be covering some master keys to manifestation that are really great for your results as soon as this week. If you can take a couple of these things and consciously apply them this week, you're going to experience a shift. You're going to experience an energetic shift. You're going to experience a result shift. You're going to see something happen that you haven't had happen in your life just yet by following the principles. Hey, Scott Haug here with the Manifestation Accelerator, where manifestations and results are made easy. In today's video, we're going to go through a graphic visual diagram that's going to produce results and that energetic shift right away for you. Before we jump into it, throw a like on the video here. It's going to send out to a lot more people in this world, in this universe, and together we can raise the consciousness of the planet. Click subscribe and then click the bell icon as well to get notified when we send out other great manifestation, personal development, how-to. Literally, this channel is dedicated to helping you actually apply the knowledge, not just learn more, so you get real-world results and really can crush the game of manifestations, money, and all of that good stuff. So in today's video, as we start getting into this fourth dimensional reality, this fourth dimensional thinking, and mastering the keys to manifestation process, we're going to understand that there's a spiritual truth and a physical truth, okay? And understanding these two dynamics is very important for your results moving forward. Not only that, but we're going to be experiencing what fourth dimensional thinking really is, what your imagination is, and working from a higher plane, the spiritual plane, to the physical. Working from the higher side of us to the lower. And if you can pinpoint this and make it a mental habit this week, you're going to produce results literally very quickly and instantly. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into the content here. This was taken from a live recorded coaching call very recently that was dedicated to my private exclusive clients. You're going to access this today in this training. So let's jump right into fourth dimensional thinking and our time frame here. Past, present, future. In the physical, this is the physical timeline. Remember, there's three other planes of understanding, though. There's spirit, or the energy world. There's also the mental world. And every moment is the present, right? Right now is the present. Oh, now those moments just went by. Now these moments are the present. Oh, those moments are now in the past. Now, right now is the present, right? So we're constantly moving along this timeline, but we're always in the present. Let me change the color here. At all times, the higher potential is moving to the lower potential. Spirit to physical. Spirit to physical. Mental to physical. It's always going from higher potential to lower potential. If we affirm, I am a master marketer, for example, from the example we just went through. I'm a master marketer. It may be a lie. Physically. From memory, from experience, from all this stuff, it's a lie maybe today. But I am affirming it in my higher side. Okay? Remember, again, this is all right now. So if I put this little spotlight tool, okay? Remember right here, it's all right now. It may be a physical lie, but I'm saying it's a spiritual truth. If I keep paying attention, remember, paying attention is paying thought energy. It's thinking the way I want to think. If I pay all my thought attention to where I want to go, but I affirm it as a spiritual truth today, I will slowly experience this on the physical plane. The spiritual truth becomes a physical truth the more I affirm it. until one day it becomes a truth right now, physically. The more I keep affirming what I do want, I will slowly become that thing I affirm out loud, even if it's a physical lie right now. I will attract a circumstance, a person to help me do that, new ideas from within. Creative potential that's already within me is going to start to be expressed. Somebody might tell me the right website at the right time. And things you start to practice actually becoming an expert marketer until it's actually happening in the physical. So this is like the grand timeline. This is like the physical world. The spiritual world is what we call the fourth dimensional world, if you will. Now, there's many dimensions. We're just, for simple reasons, saying it's the fourth dimension. And the physical here is the third dimension. What's the fourth dimension? What does that even mean? Fourth dimension means all time and all space. So it seems very complex, this drawing, but let's put it into simple terms. We live past, present, future timeline. Everything I affirm today is a physical lie, but a spiritual truth if I have not experienced it yet. So if I say I'm a $10,000 per month earner, but I have not experienced it yet, it's a physical lie, but at the higher potential, it's a truth, it's a possibility. The more I affirm the possibility, the more I start to attract that into my life. It also works the opposite way, and then we'll conclude with this, with any other questions from anybody, okay? If I see, again, a physical lie right now, I can also see a truth right now, physically. It can work the opposite. So if for the last 20 years I've been earning the same amount of money and I keep believing that, guess what I keep thinking? A not creative person, for example. If I give that to spirit, if I keep affirming, I've never been creative, I'm not good, or I've never been good with money, or any of these ideas, if I keep affirming that, guess what happens? The same thing. Put it in red here. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, I will experience it. So if I keep affirming what I've experienced for the last years of my life, that's when you see people that have earned the same amount of money for a long time, or, you know, attracting certain things into their life, because they're always telling how it is or how it's been rather than how they want it to be. So it works both sides. Plan of fear, it'll come in. Plan of faith, it'll come in. Okay, I hope this drawing makes sense and definitely helps. Trevor said, is there 5D? Absolutely, there's many, many dimensions. For simplicity, we always say the spirit just has 4 dimensions, all time and all space. And then physical is the 3D, only space, experienced through a timeline, if you will. So I hope that makes sense as well. Okay, anybody have questions on this drawing here? Selena mentioned reading Einstein. He discussed 5th dimension. Absolutely. The whole idea here for manifestation is you really just want to understand 3D, 4D, and what really happens there. That will make things very simple to understand. We've heard from speakers before, the subconscious mind can't differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. It also can't tell the difference between the past, the present, and the future. Many people have heard that before, but it's hard to understand until you have a visual diagram. So this diagram kind of helps understand, what does that even mean? Okay? It's kind of like the whole cell phone analogy. When I call somebody from here to Japan, it's almost near instantaneous. I can hear their voice. There's no time, there's no space between audio, which is all energy. Okay, so the same kind of idea goes here. All right, great. Again, any other questions on any of this? New questions that have come up? Trevor, you mentioned another one here. Would you consider our subconscious mind to be our 4D mind and our conscious mind to be our 3D mind? That's a great way of looking at it. I don't think that it goes exactly that. It's kind of like when we talk about Bob's stick figure diagram. That's not exactly how it goes, but it's a great representation to understand. So Trevor, I think the same thing here with the 4D being our subconscious and universal side, and our 3D being the conscious part of us. Not exactly how it goes, but that's a great way of viewing and understanding to actually apply it to get results. Trevor, you said it perfect. Feed the patterns that you do, that you desire with your focus. Exactly. So basically, we're always just giving energy to whatever it is, right? So if we just give more of our energy to seeing end scenes in mind, that's how a lot of you or anybody has really started to quantum leap any result, is just really being in alignment with those ideas and thinking. Dina mentioned, yes, that's why I didn't do therapy and awareness, healed my past. The stuff we're learning helps so much to grow. Absolutely. Really, there's not a lot of time that really needs to be dwelled on with past thinking. If it's just in the future, you're thinking that where you want to go and fusing with those ideas, life is very flowing, can be very, very effortless. Yeah, Christine, you have a great one there. Can you explain the down arrows on the graph, please? Absolutely. The down arrows, that's all I was mentioning was actual circumstances that unfold you to one desire or another. So if we go to the green, because we started there first, basically, so if I'm a master marketer in my mind, it's a physical lie, it's maybe not happening yet. Until I get to my desire fulfilled on the physical plane, until that day comes, and the physical plane where I am a truthful physical master marketer, there's going to be that bridge of incidents that unfold from now until then. The down arrows could represent a new training program that you saw an ad for, it was perfect for you at the right time at the right place to get the knowledge you needed. You ran into somebody that you haven't talked to in 5 years, but they are doing the exact thing you needed help with, and they give you some free advice and guidance that day. You go to the coffee shop and you run into somebody who you were looking for or that you're aligned with, right? So series of events or happenings unfolds between now and the physical truth of your desire, like the actual evidence showing up. And between there is what we call those bridge of incidents. So I'll write that in there. That phrase is borrowed from the author Neville Goddard, the bridge of incidents. You can also call it the bridge of events or happenings. Sometimes that's even better to think of, because sometimes when you say incidents, it sounds, like a negative thing, although the word incident just means a happening, if you will. Okay, so the bridge of events, the bridge of happenings will unfold. Same thing goes with the right side there, that you'll still experience the unfoldment of happenings. Christine, let me know if that makes sense for you. Selena mentioned, I agree, therapy often rehashes unless it is solution-based. Well said there, Selena. Danny said, understanding and knowledge and implementation is key. Absolutely. I mean, this is essentially also the reason why a lot of people will read self-help books, watch the videos and audio outside of like the programs that we have here and things, right? That's kind of where everyone starts. A lot of people have spiritual and mental progress, but there's not a huge change physically. They get the concept on a conscious level. It makes sense. It's logically making sense. They get that they have a lot of potential and a lot of change in thinking. Until that is implemented on the deepest level, we can know how to change. We can know the patterns, But until we actually implement the change in thinking, that's only when the results will actually start to shift, if you will, change. And Christine mentioned the bridge of instance explains as confused on why the errors were getting smaller, going towards the future where we want to be. Absolutely. So basically what it means is you're slowly getting closer and closer to the desire. That's kind of the idea there. It doesn't mean slower and slower. It doesn't mean it's going to take 20 weeks to get there. It just means that every moment of every day you're getting closer whether you see it physically or not. And the dotted line is kind of the invisible path that we're all taking, but sometimes you can't see. It's kind of like when we talk about the analogy of the foggy path. You know you're on the path, but you can't always see in front of you even 5 steps. So the dotted line is the idea that I'm on the right path, although in my physical eyes I can only see so much evidence. Most of the evidence of the unfoldment of your desire is actually invisible. You cannot see it, you can't hear it, right? It's not there, if you will. Christine, thank you for clarifying. That was perfect to kind of complete our diagram here. All right, any other questions? Christine, you said a perfect thing. There's another way to look at the smaller arrows is that your belief is building up. It's not so much a physical lie as much as in the beginning. Perfect. That's exactly great as well. You're starting to believe, you start to gain the awareness, you start to gain the confidence, and that certainly makes all the difference.